If you have tried to reach a human at a company this year and could not, there is one number sitting behind that experience, and almost nobody who repeats it has read where it came from. On the 27th of February, 2024, the payments company Klarna put out a press release about its new AI assistant. One sentence in that release went everywhere. It is doing the equivalent work of 700 full-time agents. That sentence has been quoted in boardrooms for 2 years. So today we do the thing nobody does. We read the release. Then we read the company's own annual report, filed 2 years later with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and we see whether the story held. Every number is on screen with its source, and the full list is the first link in the description. Start by giving the claim its best case, because a check that only attacks is worth nothing. The release is detailed and it is specific. 2.3 million conversations in the first month, which was 2/3 of all of Klarna's customer service chats. Errands resolved in under 2 minutes, against 11 minutes before. A 25% drop in repeat inquiries. Live in 23 markets, in more than 35 languages. And on customer satisfaction score, the release says the assistant was on par with human agents. That is a company publishing a number that could be checked against it later, which is more than most do. The release also puts a dollar figure on it. 40 million United States dollars of profit improvement estimated for 2024. Now read the 700 sentence again slowly, because one word in it is doing all the work. Equivalent. It is doing the equivalent work of 700 full-time agents. That is a workload comparison, not a payroll. Nobody in that sentence was fired. It is an estimate of how many people it would have taken to handle the same volume. The sentence is careful. The repetition of it was not. So what would have to be true for the popular version to hold up? If AI genuinely replaced 700 agents worth of work, and the company genuinely liked the result, then 2 things follow. The headcount goes down, and it stays down, because you do not undo a change that is working. Both of those are checkable, because Klarna is now listed in the United States and files an annual report with the Securities and Exchange Commission. That document is not marketing. It is written by lawyers who are personally exposed if it says something untrue. So I went and got it. Klarna filed its annual report on the 26th of February, 2026, and the employees section gives 3 numbers in one sentence. At the end of 2023, about 4,352 full-time employees. End of 2024, 3,422. End of 2025, 2,831. So the headcount did fall. It fell every year, and it did not bounce back. On this first test, the story holds, and it holds in the company's own filing, rather than in its advertising. Here is the arithmetic. 1 step, and you can do it on the back of an envelope. 4,352 minus 2,831 is 1,521. That is 1,521 fewer full-time employees in 2 years, which is a fall of about 35%. Note what that is not. It is not 700 customer service agents. It is the whole company, every department. And the filing says more than half of what is left is engineering and data science. The 700 figure was never a headcount, and the real headcount change is both bigger than 700 and about something much wider than customer service. And the filing does not leave the cause to be guessed at. The sentence right after the numbers reads, "The reduction in the number of full-time employees resulted from our strategic decision to reduce our overall headcount and drive operational efficiency by leveraging AI in our business." Then, the next sentence. "We expect the number of employees to continue to decrease in future periods." So the company is telling its own investors, under the rules that govern that document, that AI is part of why the headcount fell, and that it expects the fall to continue. That is as direct as this ever gets. Now the part of the document nobody quotes. Further into the same filing, in the risk factors, Klarna writes about the same technology in a completely different register. It says it uses AI, including in its customer service chatbot. And it says generative AI may create inaccurate, incomplete, or misleading output, reflect unintended biases, or produce other discriminatory or unexpected results, errors or inadequacies, any of which may not be easily detectable. Read that last clause again. Not easily detectable. The company that told the world its assistant matched humans on satisfaction is also telling its investors that when this thing is wrong, you may not be able to tell. So that is one company. The question you actually care about is whether this is happening everywhere, and there is a number for that too. Gartner, which sells research to the executives making these decisions, surveyed 321 customer service and support leaders in October 2025 and published the result on the 2nd of February this year. Only 20% of them had actually reduced agent staffing because of AI. 20% of 321 is about 64 people, which means roughly 4 in 5 said they had not cut, and the majority reported headcount steady while supporting more customers. And in the same release, a dated prediction, which this channel records rather than makes. Gartner's words: by 2027, 50% of companies that attributed headcount reduction to AI will rehire staff to perform similar functions, but under different job titles. Kathy Ross, a senior director analyst there, adds that most recent workforce reductions were influenced by broader economic conditions rather than automation alone. Her colleague, Emily Petoskey, puts it plainer. AI simply isn't mature enough to fully replace the expertise, empathy, and judgment that human agents provide. We will come back in 2027 and mark that prediction hit or missed, the same as any other. So here is the verdict in 3 parts. First, the Klarna claim holds better than I expected. The volume was real, the speed was real, the headcount fell and stayed down, and the company put its reason in a legal filing. Second, the popular version of it is wrong in a specific way. 700 was never 700 people, and the real reduction was company-wide rather than a customer service story. Third, and this is the one that matters to you, it did not spread. 4 in 5 of the leaders who were asked have not cut agent staffing because of AI, and the firm that counts this expects half the companies that did to be hiring again by next year. So what does that mean when you are stuck in a chat window at 9 at night? 2 practical things. 1, the wall between you and a person is usually a routing decision, not a capability limit, and the company that set it can unset it, which is why so many of them are quietly doing exactly that. 2, when the bot gives you an answer that turns out to be wrong, the company's own filing already concedes that its output may be inaccurate and hard to detect. Keep the transcript. That sentence exists in writing, from them. And because we just made a call, here is what would falsify it. If Klarna's next annual report shows customer service headcount broken out and falling further, that strengthens the company-specific claim. If Gartner's next survey shows that 20% climbing sharply, the third part of our verdict is wrong, and we will say so on this channel. And if the 2027 rehiring prediction misses, it goes on the ledger as a miss, with the original quote attached. We do not get to keep only the predictions that land. There is one small thing worth doing, and it costs nothing. When a company's assistant tells you something that affects money, ask for it in writing, or save the chat before you close the window. Not because anyone is out to get you, because the company itself has told its investors that this output can be wrong in ways that are hard to spot, and the only person in that conversation keeping a record is you.